Neither wind nor rain could halt the opening day boat parade from kicking off Discovery Bay's standing tradition.
Yes, today's parade was a great parade because of the fact that we have world record-breaking numbers. Unfortunately, about half had to drop out due to the weather, but it was a great theme and it's a great way to start the boating season for us.
For this year's parade, the Yacht Club went with the theme Honoring Our Heroes. Various boats and its crews decorated and dedicated their vessels to honor public service and military service members.
That can encompass everything from firefighters, police fighters, soldiers, defenders of the country, everything under the sun you can think of. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of a cold, rainy, wet, windy day, but in spite of that, we had the largest contingency of boats sign up that I think we've ever had, and I've been here for a lot of years. I think there was 35 is what we topped out at. There may have been a few dropouts today, but overall, that was it.
One vessel in particular stood out amongst the few dozen that braved the cold weather. The Marie Rose, a two-story yacht captained by Frank Morgan, also known to the community as Captain Morgan. The Marie Rose was decorated with banners honoring fallen service members as well as chartering the Gold Star parents of those who made their ultimate sacrifice.
Their sons and daughters don't get to pick the weather when they're going to battle. They get what they get with weather. So today, we're not wimping out. We're not fair weather boaters. We're going to boat in whatever weather in honor of them. So it was a pleasure to do it. Thank you very much to the press for giving us this time.
Participants primarily consisted of various boaters of Discovery Bay along with East County Fire and Contra Costa County Sheriff's Department. The parade slowly made its way through various bays of Discovery Bay starting at 12 p.m. and met its destination at the Discovery Bay Yacht Club by 4 p.m. There, an after-party to celebrate the day's events and where the families of the fallen heroes shared their memories.
It makes me feel good inside that I can share my son and other fallen heroes with the community and making people aware of the loss of life of all of our children as well. There's a daughter too, so I need to be careful with that. But that's why we're able to be here, and they fought for our freedoms, and that's the most important, especially now more than ever. Oh, it makes me feel proud. It makes me feel proud to be able to stand behind my son's banner and to say that's my son. And my son is Corporal Sean Langevin. He was killed in action on November 9, 2007 in Aranis, Afghanistan. And another thing that's important is that we say their name.
I'm honoring today my son, Marine Lance Corporal Travis Layfield. He was killed in Iraq in 2004 in Ramadi. He just loved people, loved serving with people, and wanted to serve his community. He was a very special young man. He was very unselfish and would do anything for anybody. And I wanted him to be remembered in that way. Not that he was a soldier or a warrior or a Marine, but he was a young man that loved life and was comfortable in his own skin. After he was killed 2.5 years later, we found out that he had a son, fathered his son he never knew he had. So Dylan is his name, and he's now in our life. And he is now going to be 23 and expecting their first child, which we found out is going to be a boy. So Travis will now be a heavenly grandfather at the age of 19.
Oh, event is very heartwarming. Thank you for this kind of opportunity for us to honor our fallen heroes. And I have a daughter in the Air Force. I lost my daughter about 6 years ago, and it's nice to be with the people who supports you, and it's really heartwarming.
What's your daughter's name?
My daughter's name's Patricia.
And do you have a fond memory you'd like to share?
In this event?
With your daughter.
Oh, my daughter loves her work. She works at inside the base at Travis Air Force Base. She's in the 60th APS logistic, and my fondest memories of my daughter. She's a very good daughter, a sweet daughter, sister, co-worker, and she's very jolly. She's very active in the church, and she's part of the prayer and worship in our Christian church.
I am here honoring my son, Taylor Hanna. He was a specialist in intelligence in the Army. And it was great today to have all the banners be shown on the big boat that Captain Frank had for us, or Captain Morgan, I guess is how he goes by. It was lovely to connect with other Gold Star members. Weather was not the greatest. We didn't order it, unfortunately, but it was really a beautiful day honoring all of our service members, fallen and not fallen. Our world wouldn't be free without these amazing, brave people that have stepped forward and been there for us, whether it's, the police officers, firefighters, service members, etc. So I'm just really grateful to be here, and thank you. Oh, my son was pretty much the greatest person in the world. I'm sure everybody can say that about their kid, but mine's true. He died 4 years ago, and he was one of only 1,000 people in the world that knew how to do what he did. Incredibly intelligent, fun-loving, gifted. There's too much. It's too much, honestly. And it's been such a short amount of time that sometimes it's difficult to talk about him. But I'm grateful to be here. Thank you.
Today we're remembering our son, Airman First Class Alfred Comlev. We lost Alfred at age 19 to suicide in Air Force. When we came to United States, Alfred was only 2 years old, and his sister was 6 months old, sorry. When Alfred turned 17, he said, "Mom, I want to go and join the Air Force," and I asked him why. He hugged me and said, "I want to give back to this country. I want to give back to the country that gave us so much opportunity that you, Mom, did not have growing up." So, of course, I couldn't say no to that. So I signed his early enlistment papers, and he joined the Air Force as soon as he turned 18. Like I mentioned earlier, we lost Alfred to suicide in 2016, and his sister, who was only 6 months old when we came to United States, joined the Air Force only 11 months after Alfred died. So she joined the Air Force to honor what he started. And she just recently re-enlisted, and I wanted to show a picture how she re-enlisted. She did the ceremony by her brother's headstone with the folded flag that he came home under. And that's it. We love and miss Alfred every day, and my life is about to honor and remember him and share his story. Thank you.
It was wonderful to be able to come out here and see everybody standing there waving and clapping and being there to honor our sons and our daughters.
And who would you like to mention in honor of
our son was Staff Sergeant Stephen Bridges. He was killed in Iraq December 8th of 2003. It felt really, really good to know that people care and still care even 20 years later for our sons and our daughters, and are out there to show their pride in America and in our military. And we're very proud of all of our military, and we thank them very much for doing this.